Talk about sweat equity. Welcome back, everybody, to Management Monday. Now, if you're watching this, it's the first week of August, and hopefully we had rain. So what we're out here doing is getting creative with a partially failed planting. What we have is a beautiful corn plot, most of it, as you can see, beautiful shoulder height. However, we got some good spots where 2,4-D glide is doing its job. We're going to extend this into cereal grains here in about another month, so I'm not that worried about that. But you can see back in here, right there, we got low spots in there. I'm not going to walk back through there because I just sprayed chemical. So this is Roundup Ready corn, and what we're doing is we're out here with about a 3% or so solution of glyphosate, and we're out here spot spraying some of these grasses that have popped up. This area is a good example of it right here. I'm almost out of juice if I'm not already out. So that's all we're doing. Yep, I'm out. I thought I was going to be. So we have some broadleafs coming back up in. This is a plot expansion. Where I'm standing was actually looked like that last year. So what we're doing, obviously you see corn's growing good. It's shoulder high, if not head high, back in here last week of July, so I'm very happy with that. But what we're going to do is we're going to fill in these bare spots. I got some 100-proof Brassica mix, and this is where we talk about planning your planting date around the weather. Again, hopefully we had rain, and what I'm doing is spot treating areas that have come back up to weeds. This is okay. I'm not worried about the Brassicas competing in that. Again, I'm just filling in a lot of these bare spots, whether it was the planter skipped a little bit, or this is rough and tumbly. Like I said, I just plucked out the dead ash trees and a couple other things that were in here. But here's a good example of a spot that I'll come in. I'll spread Brassicas in here. We do have a few volunteer Brassicas that have come up over the years. And then there's actually a really nice, I want to show it to you guys, a really nice spot over here that I really like. We'll mow some trails in this, not a ton. Got a nice little lane here to a mock scrape that we kind of couldn't plant with the way that the apple trees are in here. But this is looking good. I sprayed this whole little area up in there. That'll be a little Brassica spot right in the nice wheelhouse zone for the pistol and the bow out of that tower. It's where I killed St. Patrick. Right there. It's where I've killed St. Patrick and where I killed Curly. So I went through, and obviously some of this spot that's really nice clover, I'm skipping over it. I'm not spraying it. Like, this is all really good clover. So I'm not going to spread as much seed into that, obviously, because there's not a lot of ways for it to get to the ground. But any of these extra spots, empty spots, you see I'll walk right through there with that shoulder seeder. We'll throw some Brassica into this mix because the corn's not full height. It's not really full rate. You can see it's doing pretty good, not too bad. But what I want to show you is right up here. See, I sprayed this off, this mix of intermittent clover and stuff. This stuff right here, we'll spread Brassica all into this. You see some black-eyed Susan coming up, some other raspberry and stuff like that, where we cleaned this up this last year and expanded this plot a little bit more. But what I really like about this spot is two things. You got two different blinds on this power line here, and one is obviously behind me where I shot St. Patrick, and the other one is way up there on First Trail. Now you can see right here in the middle, if you look really close, right there, you got a big spot where we were still trying to figure out the planter. That was our first field we planted, and it's probably the worst one we've planted. This one was the last one. We had it pretty much dialed at that point, and it's a lot flatter. So what we're going to do with this, and you can see up there we got a lot of bare spots. Side hill wasn't working good with the drill either. Just taking mental notes on it. But what I did was I sprayed that center swath down through there. I'm not going to walk back through there because there's chemical in it. I'm going to go actually spread up on First Trail with a Brassica mix, the 100-proof mix, and get that weeded into the spots. We're probably going to do that for our food plot and forestry video for this Friday. If you're watching these sequentially, that was the last Friday's episode. If you want to go check that out, I'm going to do a specific video on broadcasting this seed into standing corn. I've done this before, filling in bare spots with cereal grain. or either that or your turnip mix. That's going to work real good for timing right now. If it was later, we would do cereal grain, but it's not. It's the last week of July, and we're gonna lean into our Brassica mix. We still have some available. I would plant that right until September 1st, but if we were coming back out and looking at this corn and going, man, we got some spots where raccoons did a lot of damage. I've done it there before. Put some cereal grain in, or deer browse, really hammered it hard along an edge. Power line company came through and drove their side-by-side down and knocked over a bunch of corn. Planted back into that before too. So don't go with empty groceries. You got some time. It's humid. Obviously we're gonna have rain over the next 4 or 5 days, which is beautiful for end of July, early August. Hopefully you're out planting your Brassica plots and going from there with it. Side-by-sides down, so we're out here hoofing it today. Between plots, I can drive the truck on the main access roads, but not obviously field to field. So that's what we're doing. Now we're going to load up the Chapin spreader. Running on a 1 gate is what we found best. Doing the outlaw plots the other day at Nate's, and with that, all I'm doing is, this is my Gly only spreader. It was labeled, but the marker wore off. I have one that is total kill for fence lines, and I have another one that is broadleaf kill for poison ivy or stump killing, stuff like that. But this one is glyphosate only. And then if I need to, I have a small little 1 gallon for doing around tower blinds and areas where the screens are struggling to do a foliar fertilizer with like a nitrogen boost or something. So, all right, guys. That's what we're doing out here for Management Monday. Look at your plots. Don't be afraid to get out there once every week or once every 2 weeks, get an idea of what's going on in them. If you have bare spots and you have rain coming, get out there and seed them, guys. Don't be afraid to get out there and throw a little bit more seed at it. I sell some plot toppers in little containers for small areas like that. Again, we can plant that right up almost to Labor Day. We get purple top turnip, forage rape, and tillage radish typically in that plot topper that I kind of throw in there for Brassica for folks if they need it toward the end. A couple bucks a piece. And then we obviously have our 100 proof blend, Brassicas, and then our spring mix that Nate has dubbed it, nitrogen heavy fixing, a perennial powerhouse. We kind of depend on making that blend for what you need for your plot. So thank you guys for tuning into this Management Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions about your specific field conditions, we'd love to see your photos and love to have your questions. And happy to answer them for you for your property. And if you're looking to start your land journey and buy a piece of property, or sell and upgrade a piece of property, or sell your property and cash out on that equity that you've accumulated in it, be happy to help you here with Whitetail Properties. Thank you all for tuning into this video. Ben Williams with Whitetail Properties and 100 Proof Whitetails Podcast, and I will catch you guys all next time. Here in the field, sweat equity is what makes success and results in the fall. Take care, guys.